Yaloha, everyone. Jeremy Vaeni here, and I am launching a new thing because I don't have enough things going on. Between now and doing radio and Paradopia and He's So Vaeni and on and on. It is going to be launching probably later in April. Um, and it is Culture of Contact, which harkens back to my early days in the Culture of Contact, which was, it started off as sort of an artist experiencer conglomerate. We did such things as the Culture of Contact conferences in New York and hosting Whitley Strieber's book launch for 2012, The War for Souls um, novel. It was a novel. Don't worry. Don't worry about that. Uh, there's no War for Souls, and 2012 is already gone. So, but it was a good book, and it still is. So you should check it out. Not the point. The point is, we did stuff like that, and then I did my first podcast, which was Culture of Contact. Um, so I'm sort of going back to my roots here. I realize now that I am, I've got a lifetime. I mean, I'm 50 years old at this point, so hopefully half of my lifetime, but a lifetime of experiences nonetheless, of both high strangeness, alien abduction-y, paranormally stuff, and then also the jumping the shark moment of um, you know, believe it or not, selflessness into the I am, seeing and being the universe popping into existence, essentially being God. I was God once, and that went well, so well that I decided to come back and just be me. that that's not going as well. But but and being Kundalini alive, I guess that's the offshoot of the 24/7 perpetual Kundalini aliveness. So I've got all of these things brewing in me, and I've got an ability to articulate them and to synthesize them and piece them together in a way that I think is starting to be coherent and make sense. But it doesn't make sense um, if you just see spiritual stuff, as pertaining to an imaginal realm. And it doesn't make sense if you think of UFOs and the paranormal as um, not related, or if you see UFOs as being aliens or interdimensional aliens that have nothing to do with us but are doing their own thing. Um, these things are not true, and I can show that, and I will show my work. Um, so I want to do a seminar series that is kind of getting into the truth of the matter, the heart of the matter, and the connective tissue between these, the Kundalini and the spiritual and the alien, so-called alien, um, in a way that, of course, has a sense of humor and a sense of discernment, but is an antidote to the materialistic reset that has happened in ufology since 2017 of just saying like, yeah, this is kind of alien or something, and now the military's taking it from here. You just follow whatever they spoon feed a Jeremy Corbell, like whatever gruel, whatever bone they toss to that dog, that's what's real. And then it turns out to be crap because it is crap. And I want to get into why that is, and I want to get into what isn't crap, and I want to do it by primarily taking a microscope to some of my own experiences. Um, so I will show what this is not. I will show you how you've been lied to or just been wrong about. And then I will try to not just leave you hanging, but show you possibilities, realistic possibilities, I believe, for what this is, or at least I think are in the ballpark of the truth. And then you can take that and do with it what you want. But it's not going to be easy. It's like you've got to be an active listener, not a passive listener. You have to actually hear it, and ultimately, um, it if you're going to really honestly engage with this, you're going to have to change as a human being. So everything's on the line for you. if you so choose to accept it. Um, if not, I mean, obviously it's going to be free, it's going to be out there, and you can passively listen all you want. Who cares what I say? But if you really want to know what this is, this life that you're interested in, then you're going to have to do some of the hard lifting here on your own. And I'm going to show you what that means and what that is. And then you can take it from there. So this is going to be the deep dive you've been waiting for all of your life. But know that that means you're probably not going to like it, because it's not, especially if you're into like aliens and materials and disclosure, then this is going to um, maybe fall on deaf ears. This is a sad thing. The people who need to hear this the most are the ones who are going to be like, that's garbage. And the people who think they know what this is are going to be like, oh, I've heard this all before. I challenge all of you to listen, to shut the fuck up and listen. That'd be nice, right? So you'll get a chance to do that in April, with the Culture of Contact coming soon right here on this YouTube space. So I think what I'm going to do, unless anyone has a better idea, and please write to me if you do, Jeremy at ourundoing.com, or hit me up at, I'll have a link to this, but ko-fi.com/jvay, which is ko-fi.com/JAYVAY. If you go there, you can donate to me, because I am now accepting donations to keep me going and keep all this free for everyone else. Um, but you'll also find updates and messages and, you know, when the Discord's gonna be active and all that stuff. You can message me there if you like. But either way, just get to me and tell me if this sounds like a bad idea or a good idea to do these seminars, to pre-record them and put them out, say, on a Friday. And then maybe a week later, we do a Discord or a Zoom meeting or something, and we have roundtable discussions about that seminar. And then the next month, we do the same thing. And, you know, maybe if enough questions come up during these that we can't even get to during the roundtable, or after, if people are writing to me and have questions or something, you know, maybe the series pads itself out that way. So it's not just the seminar, but then maybe I start doing more live chats as well, more live roundtables or more just live streaming. Does that sound right to you? Does that sound good? Because I have finally found here the spot where my Wi-Fi works really well. It's been a struggle for anyone who's followed me, like on Dreamland, knows. Um, my Wi-Fi signal is kind of crappy where I am, but I found the spot. Oh, yes, I have. However, I don't want to always rely on that, because I'll never know when I'm just, way everybody, you know, like, when do I go out and you don't hear anything I've just said, and then I'm back, and then there's a problem. So if I could live stream um, just the freewheeling stuff, but have the meat of it be pre-recorded, um, and we maybe could have a watch party or something along those lines. Maybe that works well. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Also, I don't want to downplay the fact that I need your donations, because I do all of this stuff for free. I just did a seminar series, or, you know, partook in a seminar series for Tom Cheatham, if any of you know that name. He ultimately offered me money, and I said no. People have offered to give me donations in the past, and I've said, why don't you just buy my books or something, that, or go promote, you know, go retweet or something, you know, like, that's fine, because I don't need your money. And when I worked on Paratopia, back in the Paratopia days, we did make money, and it was a portion of my income here in Hawaii when I first moved here, and I quit anyway because I felt like I had nothing left to say. So in other words, my history shows, my track record shows that I don't just ask for donations or take money for the sake of taking money if I don't need it. And right now I actually do need it. So please do click on the link in the description here, or it's on the screen right now magically. And consider slipping me some coin. And when I don't need the coin, when my financial woes have gone away, which could be relatively soon, who knows? Then I will let you know, and I will stop taking donations again, because I don't want to be one. I don't want to be asking money from people. Well, period. But two, and it's always the same people who donate, over the years. And I feel bad about that. Like, I thank you, the five or six of you from like the Peritopia days who've been like consistently kind and generous that way. But let some other people pick up the slack. I've been around for a long time. If you've appreciated my work at all and never given a dime, maybe you've gotten my book off a BitTorrent site or something and never even paid for that, just slip me some coin if you are at all grateful or thankful. And also, I'm gonna do this culture contact thing either way. So if you want to keep that going, how long I do it may depend on if I am financially backed, because eventually I'm gonna have to think of something. But in the short term, I can afford to stick around the internet and do it. Okay, all of that out of the way. When next you see a video here on the YouTubes, marked Culture of Contact, it will be a seminar, unless you write to me and convince me that it should all be live streaming, in which case then I'll think about it. Okay, let me know.